On this episode 58, we get reckless with Kris from Reckless Rents Garage. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mike and Max Offroad Podcast. This is episode 58, where we take you from the garage to the trail.
To the trail.
I was going to do it all because for some reason.
Hey, guys.
I don't know why. We could redo that.
I think it's 57, by the way.
Nope, because
Oh.
I decided to make, instead of 56B bonus,
Oh, gotcha.
I went 57 because if you do it in the bonus, it doesn't show up in the list in the order.
Yes, you're right. Is that out? I haven't seen it.
Editing it now.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be out tomorrow or tonight. I'll put it out tonight.
Oh.
Oh, wait. So it'll be out Thursday. Wait, it was out last Thursday. That was a whole lot of math.
By the
in my
time
head.
you hear this, hopefully you noticed there was a bonus.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to put it up on last Thursday when we talked about it on Instagram. Remember we
the
talked?
past.
Yeah, you put it on Instagram last Thursday.
Of course.
Right.
Oh, today.
No, last Thursday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that'll be tomorrow. So that was a whole lot of math going on in our heads. But yeah, so this episode is brought to you by Keep It Simple Off-Road. Make sure you like and subscribe, follow. Go to the YouTube channel, Keep It Simple Off-Road.
Yep.
Follow Max_Maximum and Mike at Keep It Simple Off-Road. Actually, just Keep It Simple Off-Road. Yeah, because we always forget to do that in the beginning.
And we need some followers on the YouTube. We need some likes, some
reviews.
hikes.
Okay, so we have a special guest today. Max fanboyed out over Reckless Rents Garage.
Well, there was the whole full-size invasion in Moab this last
That's
week.
what it was.
There was the Ultimate Adventure, full-size invasion, and we kind of know those guys from Reckless Wrench. You know, I shouldn't say we know them, but you met them a couple times. We've talked to them in the past about like a possible wheeling trip.
Yep.
And Kris with a K.
I feel I know him pretty good.
In the Suburban. Well, I can only speak for myself.
I know. I've now wheeled with them or not. Yeah, I hung out with King of the Hammers, Easter Jeep Safari.
I heard you woke them up.
They were in our camp. Yeah.
Damn, dude, you're making it. You're big time, bro.
I am big time.
You're big time, Mike.
Big time, Mike. I like
that.
It
doesn't rhyme though.
No, it's good for me. What are you talking about? Big time, Mike.
Big time, Mike.
Oh, all right, I need somebody who does shirts. Hit me up.
So basically, throughout the week, I reached out to Kris and I was like, "Hey, man, I would love it if we could talk to you on the podcast about Moab, the Suburban, just full-size stuff in general, and just a bunch of stuff in the middle."
You picked him because he has the full size, and not the other Kris because of the Ranger. It's because you were interested in the full-size invasion.
Yeah, and only Kris with a K, with the Suburban, Stuburban, was the one posting. So I wasn't going to message Kris with a CH.
That makes sense.
Because he wasn't posting anything.
So you went right to the Reckless Reds page?
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I went to the C272C, his personal Instagram page, and I slid in his DMs.
Right.
And I was like, "Hey, bro, just a dude to a dude talking to a dude." And he was super cool about it. He's like, "Yep, let's set it up. Let's do it." And I made a couple notes.
Right.
Watched like 10 videos to catch up on some stuff. And I watched a lot of old stuff I hadn't actually seen before, which was pretty cool.
You know what's weird? I actually think I turned you onto their page. When I was looking at this, I sent you like, look at this dude's forelink, because I was debating whether to get the ballistic joints or not.
Yep.
And he did. And then I didn't know. I was learning the link calculator, and it's essentially exactly what I wanted to do.
Yep. I just saw that one today.
Yeah, it was a real good video.
He talks about it.
And they blew up for a while. I mean, like, it took off. But I don't know what's up with the algorithm. Like, literally, it quit going in my subscription feed.
Really?
Yeah. And then, so I missed a whole bunch of videos. So
yeah,
I thought they just weren't posting. But
well, lately it's mainly been Kris and the Ranger.
Yeah.
And he's been posting about his trailing arms, and he did bypass shocks on the rear and coilovers.
Is that why you want to do that? Is that why you want to go full desert racer?
No, I mean, I would love to, but I can't buy those shocks.
Wouldn't it be awesome
not right now
to be hauling ass across our shit to the trail?
Plus, the way my frame and the body and everything sits, like I don't think I have room to outboard more shocks and bring them forward.
You'd have to.
There's a ton of stuff there'd be a ton of cutting.
That body's too fat.
Yeah, way too fat.
Right. All right, cool. So we're gonna give him a call. We'll get into that shit right now. Or wait.
Hello.
Hey, Kris. This is Mike and Max with the Mike and Max's Off-Road Podcast. How are you?
Well, hello. I am doing fantastic. How are you?
Excellent. You know, the whole Nana thing just didn't work, huh?
What's up, buddy? This is Mike.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
We've already been talking to him, folks.
Fantastic.
We can't fake it. We've been talking to him for like 3 minutes already. All right. Anyways, on with the interview. Hey, man, you're from Reckless Rents Garage, your YouTube channel. And we asked you to come on and interview you because you just went on the full size Invasion, and Max wants to build a full size,
I do.
and he's super freaking stoked about it. And who else to do better than the one and only owner of the Suburban?
Well, the fullest full size
Ooh.
that I can find.
The only thing bigger would be a school bus.
Yeah.
Right?
Seriously.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are full-size Suburbans. Mine's kind of pint-sized now.
That's true.
Right.
I've actually been watching a bunch of your videos, especially today. I watched a bunch again. You know, I do try to keep up with your channel, which I do enjoy. But it was pretty cool to see how easily you cut that notch, that 27 inches out of the back, and how easily it moved forward. Now, I know there's like you sped it up, and the video editing doesn't show everything, but it didn't look as crazy as I would have expected to take that whole section out of the back.
Yeah, no, it actually wasn't that bad. The hardest part was picking up the back half and moving it forward.
What was it really
But,
floppy, or like what was so? What do you mean? Like what was so hard about that?
But I didn't take the doors off or anything when I initially did it, so the chunk that I moved forward was actually pretty heavy. So trying to balance it up on the frame rails and scoot it forward on my sloped driveway and everything, it was a little tricky. I had a buddy come over and help me.
Did you do a cross brace inside or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
No.
I didn't watch that video.
No, everything, all the sheet metal and everything was still attached. I didn't take out anything structural. So it held together pretty good. The whole back portion, the entire pillar section was all still in one piece, and I left the doors on, so it held the back together.
Nice.
And then where the windows and everything were at, it wasn't very floppy. So.
It was pretty cool how he did it. They have a good video on it, actually. It's kind of is it time lapse or just sped up on that video?
It's all time lapse. Yeah, I did all that on my cell phone just as like a maybe we'll use it type thing.
Yeah,
and it worked out.
While we're on the video stuff, do you guys both split it equally? Like he does the stuff, the other Kris does it at his house, you do yours at your house, and then when you're together at events, you like do a collab or something, or how's that work?
Pretty much. So before we used to do everything together, like working in the garage, recording, and then he would handle all the editing.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started doing more videos, we built another computer just for editing that he uses now. And then I got his other computer, and we'll go and make our own videos now.
Oh, nice.
And if we do events or something like that, or if we're doing something together on the vehicle, then, yeah, we record them together, and one or both of us do the editing.
Does he live close?
Yeah, he lives like 3 miles down the road.
Oh, that's like Mike and I.
Yeah.
We live like 3-4 miles apart.
Yeah, like
very
5
very
minutes.
close.
Yeah. Would you ever edit? Would you ever film and edit something he's doing alone? Like you would take it home, or like you're pretty much in charge of your edit on your rig, and he's in charge of his edit on his rig, or how's that work?
That one, yeah. I'll usually edit my own stuff, and he'll do his. Plus, he's got his fancy camera now, so he gets all them fancy shots. And
Nice.
the software that he's using is better than what I have.
Yeah.
So he can pull off quite a bit nicer videos now.
Right on.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
some of his King of the Hammer ones were awesome. Like the interview that he did with Ultra 4 Jones, that was pretty awesome.
Oh, see, I missed that one.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then he did, we're all talking about him.
But
Hey,
I mean, just to clarify, I did those videos. He just recorded some of it.
No shit.
Oh.
I want to know. Okay, then. I'm
all
sorry.
the special feature videos I do.
Nice. I'm sorry that we're geeking out on video stuff on an off-road channel, but we're going to get to that.
No, that's
Okay.
it
I'm
doesn't bother me. I don't know about your viewers and listeners.
Oh, nobody listens to them.
That's fine.
Nobody cares about them. This is about me, bro. So, how did you get Ultra 4 Jones to talk so slow?
In their interview or in the the voiceover stuff?
So, like in the interview, it was very intense, and he would say like one-liners at a time, and then it would be a pause, and it was slow, and that's not how he talks. I know how he talks, so you know what I mean. So did you have?
I don't know. It just kind of worked out. Like we started talking to him, and he seemed kind of natural about it.
Really? It was very. You ever see the Apex videos? You ever see those ones? They're
not sure.
They're very high quality, very high production videos that I like. I watched those for like tips and stuff, and it was right on the same level as all those, man. It was fantastic. So
Kris did a really good job.
You did it.
Kris
Awesome.
with a K.
Awesome job. Yeah.
All right, well, I would like to get into the Suburban a little bit more, if you don't mind, Kris with a K.
All right.
So I actually watched a bunch of old videos on it today from when you're kind of building it and when it was still like its original size. Because I must have started watching later on. You know, like whenever I found the channel, I must have just continued from there on. Because I never realized, I mean, you put a whole nother engine in it, that whole doubler setup. I saw your weight on something that's 6,100 pounds. No way that's true. Do you care to comment?
So the last time I weighed it was right before Moab last year, and it was 62.30, and that's with the tools and me in it.
Man, that's impressive.
But he had no sheet metal on the inside of the back, right? All that was you
Right,
did
there's
that afterwards. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
impressive.
there's no floor. The spare tire was in there, but there's obviously no carrier. Since then, I've added the seats, I've added some of the roll cage, added the sheet metal, and the tire carrier.
Very nice.
You think you're closer to about 7 now?
No, I think it's probably only around 65, 66 maybe.
That's pretty crazy.
That's
though.
still impressive because it's so damn big, and I like to think all the older vehicles, like, you know, especially from the 80s and 70s, like they're just big hunking pieces of steel, you know. And we have buddies with JKs that weigh 6,500 pounds, which is also crazy to me.
Yeah, what year is it?
Yeah, no,
It's 88,
Oh, 88. Sorry.
I think.
Go ahead,
what's
Kris.
that? Yeah, it's a 88.
Your Instagram says C72.
Oh, yeah.
And I was wondering what's that? I
That
know
has-
it's not 72.
Nothing to do with my Suburban.
Oh, okay.
Another thing that I actually have a funny story for you, Kris, where I built something just like you did. I put a hoop over my rear axle for my double triangulated rear end, and I had so many people tell me, like, you can't just run a hoop. What are you doing, dude? Like, that's going to break, all this stuff. And I was like, no way, man. I watched this guy on YouTube, Reckless Wrenching, and he runs it in a big old freaking Suburban. This was before it also failed. And I was like, he runs it, and it's so badass. And those guys are professionals, you know?
Dude,
But
the way I found them was when I was doing my rear 4-link, I watched his 4-link setup.
Yeah.
He's talking about ballistic joints and
Yeah.
he's going over everything. I'm like, I
these
love
guys,
these guys.
these guys know it all. So
He's doing burnouts.
I actually, when I built that, my Jeep, I used to have a JKU, and it actually had a whole different issue in the front end, and sadly, it like went away. But so I never got to run it with that hoop on the back. But around that same time is actually when you jumped yours, and freaking, I mean, it completely just it sheared, right? Like it didn't break off. The welds didn't break off. Like the tube physically, like.
Yeah, the tube actually ripped apart itself.
Yeah, it was
So
crazy.
it's definitely a good thing you weren't able to use that.
And then, you know, I rebuilt my rear axle actually, I think the same way you did with that Barnes truss that goes on and the two kickers on the side, which Mike helped me weld that up.
I did the same
And,
thing.
yeah, Mike built the
that's a good
same
build.
thing
that's-
also. I mean,
That's
that
what Kris has on the Ranger.
Nice and
nice.
light.
Yeah, that
and
thing,
good base.
that truss is awesome. Much better than a hoop. But it was so funny to me that, I mean, I literally had 2 or 3 buddies instantly go, dude, there's no way that's going to hold. I was like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
I seen it on YouTube, dude. Like,
Dude, we never thought that the forces were that great
Yeah.
on that thing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like that's insane. What when you break something like that, so clearly it's awesome. You guys just you just try it, put it together, and go for it. You do as much as research as you can. But when it breaks like that, do you get defeated, or you immediately come back like, "F this! This thing's going to be 10 times better than it was"? Is that the kind of drive you have?
Yeah, typically if it breaks, there's a couple minutes where I feel pretty disappointed about it. Like maybe I should have done this better, and everything everybody said was true. And but I mean, if I just stick that way, then I'm not going to make any progress.
Yeah.
So, like in that video, when I jumped it, right away I got out and saw the axle sitting over to the side a little bit, and that sucks. And then we just went on from there.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got it to the house and I was able to get it situated, I started fixing it again.
How did you guys get it off of that trail? Like how were you able to drive it with the rear end? Like were the links all still connected? Just the shocks?
No, you broke it clean up,
Yeah,
right?
it
Like
like-
the shocks.
Oh,
And
no,
everything broke.
Yeah, the top completely broke off. Both coilovers got bent. Put a hole in the gas tank. So we actually, yeah, we took all the tools out there. We jacked it up. We pulled the rear axle, suspension, everything out. And then I took the ramp truck and just backed it underneath it and then winched it on.
Oh, so where
the
it
house.
broke down is also where you recovered it from. Like, you guys weren't miles
Yeah.
down into a trail. You were able to drive to it and recover
No,
it.
we were literally like 500 feet off the side of the road.
Oh, well, thank goodness. That is a huge, like, that's a huge help.
Yeah, that actually turned out to work in our favor because we were headed up to the mountains because it was snowing that weekend, and we were going to go out there and go snow wheeling. So we're like, all right, cool. And I had some issues on the highway. I think actually that video kind of covers it. But, since some people don't watch our channel.
I did, dude. The YouTube algorithm. I have to go back. YouTube side.
Now, do you guys own that big red flatbed tow truck that's in your intro? Is that something? Is that a friend's or is that your guys's?
No, that's mine.
Damn. So how come you don't tow with that? Like, is that more like I got to go pick up my stuff, or is that not a great cross country trek driver?
So when I first bought it, it was pretty good for that. I took it on like 2 or 3 road trips, and it did all right. Terrible gas mileage because it's got a 454 in it. So it did, I think, 7 miles per gallon, and that's not very beneficial, especially when you have to put a 6,000-pound vehicle on the back of it.
Yeah,
7.
But what it comes down to is it's not long enough to carry both rigs, and it can't carry that much weight. It's still only rated at 10,000 pounds, and it weighs 8,800 pounds. So legally, I can carry a full dress Harley.
That's funny.
So
Mike, if you need a tow, I could probably help you out.
But you're limited by like the gross vehicle weight rating. Not like you could you put one on it and tow one, or would it struggle too bad?
No, I could. What, one of the crawlers?
Yeah, on your big red tow truck. Like, could you put the Suburban on it and tow the blue Ford Ranger on the back?
That'd be
I probably could. That's still a lot of weight to put on there, though, because it's got the same axle in it that the Suburban has in it.
The 70?
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you thought about going to just a 14 bolt and stopping with the problems with it? Because you broke how many pinions?
2.
Oh, you broke 2 pinions already.
Yeah. I watched.
When that truss thing, link bracket, whatever you want to call it, when that broke off, it snapped the pinion.
Damn.
And then when I was in Moab last year, when Mike was recording it, that's when I sheared the pinion.
Yeah.
Man, crazy.
So that's a good segue, bro. You made that shit this year.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. I mean, and it was like pedal to the metal. You made it. Like, I saw you warm up the tires the best you could.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was no water. Was there water in it this year too, or no?
No, it was completely dry.
That's a help.
That helps,
dude.
Right?
The last time he would have had it, but he had a freaking 2 foot of water with oil in it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And he was able to keep you were able to keep the front tires dry, and you gave her hell. Like, I only sent you a couple videos, but you have like 10 full hardcore tries on that thing.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember trying at least 6 times, and there was the one time that you got when I made it like up towards the top, and everybody thought I was making it out, or at least I thought I was making it out.
And you slid left.
Yeah, that was supposed to be my last try. I was like, all right, this is it. I'm done after this because I don't want to break it.
But
Yeah.
And then I made it that far,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, I can't back down now.
Yep. It's hard to leave Moab or a place like that when you're so damn close, huh? Like, in your mind, you get all worked up, like
Dude.
I'm so close, I can literally make it. Like, I can taste it.
And there was a crowd building.
Yeah.
You probably had 30 or 40 people up
Yeah.
there watching. Yeah, it was a great show because it sounded. You didn't have the leaks in the exhaust then, right? And it sounded magnificent. You know,
Nice.
It was a show, dude. It was awesome. I was super stoked. I actually fanboyed out. I've met like the lead singer of Metallica, didn't fanboy as much as I did when I saw you guys up there, and then found out you were in our camp. I came over to talk, and I ended up talking with the other Kris. I think it was the other Kris. Yeah, he was on the phone, and I was like, and I think your shit was parked for the day, for the rest of the trip. And I was like, because I wanted to know how the hell you got off that trail in 2-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Because that trail scared the shit out
Ask,
of me.
ask him now.
I did. I already asked him. He drove it out.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually got there's when you're coming down, what's that called, Dragon's Tail, right after the hot tubs.
Yeah.
There's one one small section where we had to get pulled up, but the rest of it I drove out in front wheel drive.
Nice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Impressive.
So then I hear, well, let's jump on this full-size invasion stuff.
Yeah.
I hear you went out on Cliffhanger, and I was like, how in the world did you get that monster ass truck out on the Cliffhanger obstacle? But then I saw you post that you didn't make it that far.
Yeah, we went up with the group, and everything was kind of taking more time than we anticipated. So we were trying to save time each day, and we got up right before the Cliffhanger obstacle, and there's a little spot where you can pull off and park, and we all sat there and ate. And they asked who actually wanted to go out there, and only a couple people raised their hands. So they said, "Okay, if you guys want to go, you can go." Everybody else were going to turn back, and some of us had already been talking about doing Pritchett that evening. So we decided, okay, let's go ahead and head back because we want to knock that out. And so we did that. Yeah.
You did Cliffhanger and Pritchett in the same day?
Yeah.
Nice.
These guys are efficient.
Yeah. Did you come out of Pritchett in the dark?
We came out of Pritchett at like 4:30 the next morning.
Oh my God.
Okay.
All right, let's get to that. How'd you hear that? Let's hear this. Tell us, bro. What happened?
With Pritchett?
Yeah.
Actually, so the trail went fine. We got back from Cliffhanger kind of late. Well, to me it was kind of late. It was like 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. And
we stopped by the hotel real quick, relaxed for a couple minutes, and then we all met back up at the shop at Extreme 4x4. And who was it? Bob was there. Robert Parrish. A couple other guys were there in the parking lot. And as soon as we pulled in, we were just going to see what everybody was planning on doing. We pull in, and Bob just looks at me, does this hand signal to turn around and go. So I'm like, what's going on? He said, you doing Pritchett with us? Sure. All right, let's go. So we turned around and headed out.
Oh, so it was already kind of a night run. Like it was going to start late, and everybody already knew it would be a night run. Basically.
It's at least 4 hours, even if you're flying through it.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it was like 6 o'clock before we left the shop.
So there was no major issues that made you go that long. You guys just hung out and took your time.
Yeah, no. The only issue that we had, the Suburban was getting kind of hot because the cooling system didn't seem to be working properly. We didn't really have any issues until we got to Rocker Knocker, and then it started overheating.
Oh.
But once I got moving again, then it started cooling off, and then we got to Rockpile. The Dodge that was with us, he was having some issues. Turns out he ran out of gas.
Oh, gee. Is that the big green Dodge with no doors that's doved on the rear?
Yeah, Dodge Zilla.
Oh, nice. I like that thing, too.
Woods Offroad or something. That guy's
Woods
cool.
Off-road.
Yeah. His girl's got like a K5 Blazer, like a black Blazer. They did the Magnum box, too.
Yeah.
So that's why I was getting a lot of information from you guys and from him when I was doing the Magnum box. What did you have to winch anything on Pritchett?
We did have to winch up. We went up Son of Rockpile because three guys tried going up Rock. I think that's what it's called. That last wall on the left.
Yep.
They tried to go up there. Wasn't working for them. Since it was night and I wasn't familiar with any of it, I just said, okay, I'm going to follow everybody else because I was at the tail. And yeah, we all winched up at Son of Rockpile.
That one's weird, man. I sat at the top of that thing with like an inch to go. Just smoking the tires, not hooked on anything.
That's where you couldn't get any traction?
Yeah, it just wouldn't go. For some reason, literally there's no bump. Once you get up on it, it made no sense why I wouldn't leave. But so that's pretty good, though. So it did good, the length and all that crap. And you're not afraid to wheel at night, huh? Anything scare you?
No, actually, I think it was more comfortable wheeling at night because you can't see what's around you. So if there's like a steep ledge or something, you don't know what's down there. So there's really nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, you're just concentrating.
Or I guess it's everything to be afraid of. But
you're just concentrating on what you can see, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and then I put those pod lights on my steering knuckles like Ian did on the Toyota.
Oh yeah.
And that was the greatest thing I've ever done.
So they turn with the wheels.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So when they're telling me directions which to turn, I can actually see exactly where I'm planning on going. It's pretty nice.
Do you have a video of that out yet?
I don't have it out yet, but I didn't really take much video that night. I took some on my phone. I was going to post something about that probably.
Right on.
But yeah, that was pretty nice. I just focused on where my lights were pointed, and then if it didn't feel like I was going to roll over, then I was good.
Yeah, you definitely got no problems hitting the gas. That's for sure. And that's really what that trail needs. You got to be able to get in it.
So you are going to be making a Moab video? Is that something that you're letting us know right now?
Yeah, I'll have at least 2 videos coming.
Very cool.
From this trip.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
How long have you been friends with the other Kris?
Since I think we met somewhere around like 14 or 15.
Oh, okay.
2014 or 2015.
You ever get sick of each other?
All the time. No.
Asking for a friend.
No, I think we get along pretty well.
I'm just messing. Anyway.
Nice.
What?
Awesome. There are times where I know Mike and I get a little tired of each other, but we also have to see each other every week. Plus, we talk about we have the same job, so we talk about that. We do the podcast, and we go wheeling together. And then if there's like camping or extended things, or like, hey, can you give me a hand moving this? Once in a while, there's like too many days of a week where you're like, all right, man. I can't see you 7 days a week, dude.
I don't have an issue. Max has an issue. I'm old now, and I'm over all that petty shit. But Max is kind of like a chick sometimes.
I need space.
So,
you just told on yourself, Max.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all right. It's all right.
Well,
no, that's pretty much the same kind of deal. So we both work together. We've worked the same jobs for the last 4 years, and now, well, before that too. But the last 4 years we were working closer together.
You're military, right? Both you guys do military?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, man. Thanks for your services.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
I don't know if you do stuff that needs thanking or not, but some people say that too.
It's implied.
No, I say that because sometimes people get pissed off because my youngest kid, he wanted to go to infantry, but he got talked into being a logistics dude, an embarkation specialist, and he never got to go to war, and he's all bent, so he doesn't think he actually joined the military because he didn't go to war.
Oh, I gotcha.
So I don't know how everybody is, You always just, but I thank you, man.
I've always thought it was weird when people say thank you for your service. Like, I don't know what to say to it, so it just seems weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, thanks for your support, I guess.
That was a vibe I picked up on.
Hey, thanks for paying taxes. you could do like a thanks for paying your taxes thing.
You could always go like, you too. Thanks, you too.
Yeah, thanks, you too.
Fuck that, you two up, But
all right, well, Kris, a while back before all this Corona stuff happened, you guys were gonna come out to Arizona. I think Payson specifically, and we were actually gonna meet up. We were gonna go wheeling, camping, and show you like some of the spots. But sadly, all that got delayed. Do you guys foresee any trips like that, or you guys might be coming out to Arizona, or maybe Mike and I need to plan a weekend out to New Mexico?
Yeah, how close are you to trails out there?
Yeah.
We are, to some actual trails, like what we would want to go wheeling with people on.
Yeah.
I'd say we'd have to go up to Farmington or down to Gordy's. So it's going to be either an hour south or like 3 hours north of us.
Is that where you shot that contest thing you did, that video?
That was actually just like 45 minutes away from us. That was in Rio Puerco. It's our little playground thing that we go to out here.
Yeah, cool. That's like
just a long sand wash with random stuff off to each side.
Yeah, we actually have something similar right out here. We just call it out back because we don't know what the damn trail's name is.
Yeah,
but
it's like a desert with a bunch of washes, and it's 15 minutes from us.
And you could break down. Yeah. That's where I don't know if you saw the video of when I built the Liberty, and it fell into that big V notch. And that's the trail like right out back by our house. Probably like 20 minutes away at best.
Yeah, you can drive home aired down, no problem.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, yeah. So that's basically the same kind of thing.
Yeah, and it has a dirt road that follows it, so it's a good place to break if you're going to break.
Yeah.
So
I've broken there multiple times.
I never did.
Well,
yeah, out where we go isn't the greatest place to break, just because there's only one access road to get in there with normal vehicles, and half the time it's blocked because it crosses private property.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
I think Mike and I should maybe plan a Farmington trip. I don't know exactly how far that drive is, but I think a 3-day weekend would be worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That would be awesome.
Yeah. And I keep hearing great stuff about Farmington and off-roading. I just don't know anything about it, so I don't know if you and Kris with a C, I don't know how well versed you guys are out in Farmington, but maybe we could plan like a little trip out there. Just, like Mike and I could leave like Friday after work and then do like a Saturday, Sunday wheeling. And
head back Monday,
Yeah,
like on the next Labor Day or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it would be a good idea. It's something that we've been wanting to do. We just have never made time for it. Like we went up there for the We Rock, what was it? The We Rock competition last year.
Yeah.
And that's basically where we'd be going because there's trails and everything out there too, with the same kind of terrain. But then right there where they do We Rock is like a big rock playground.
Nice. What hey, on your Suburban, before we get off of it, what's your favorite part you're most proud of?
That is a tough call. Actually, I'm pretty proud of all the sheet metal stuff in the back.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
because that turned out better than I expected.
Is it one of those ones that are good from afar but far from good?
You could say that. Yeah, absolutely.
Before
that was the first time I really got into using that bead roller, and there's definitely some improvements that could be made, but it looks obviously 100 times better than it did without any sheet metal.
So Max has to fill his in. Mm-hmm. What's the number one tip on using a bead roller that you could give him?
I have two people. Actually, I can't do just one tip. So I have two people, one person to crank it, and then you guide it through there. Doing it by yourself sucks.
Oh, yeah.
And make sure to go slow when you're doing curves. Make sure to spin the handle while you're doing it. Don't try to just bend the metal around the corners, if that makes sense.
Does it warp the metal pretty good? Or if you do it right, it doesn't at all?
I imagine if you do it right, it won't. I set mine pretty tight a couple times. Yeah. And you could see where it kind of started to warp it. But I didn't want to have to do 3 or 4 passes per sheet, and I was kind of getting impatient at some point, so I just cranked it down, and you could see where I did that.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Now that it's all painted, it doesn't really look that much.
Mike, I don't know if you've seen his video on the sheet metal work, but his the bead roller actually it wasn't able to do the thickness of sheet metal you used, right? And you actually had to weld like an entire support onto your
on the back brace?
No, the whole thing. I think you braced the whole thing, right? Where the two arms come together, Kris. And in order to put enough tension and put that and to bend the metal, like it would flex, I think.
Yeah.
So he braced it so you can like crank it and it would hold.
Is that a Harbor Freight one, Kris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Did you learn all that?
The old one. I guess they don't sell it anymore. But yeah, Adam Dueling, he sent me a message and was like, "Hey, do this to your bead roller. It'll work great."
Yeah,
nice.
It was a good video on the whole sheet metal work, everything. Very, very impressive. It makes me think, like, why haven't I done that? Why haven't I even tried?
Well, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that for a while. So now that I did that, it makes me actually want to get to doing the dashboard and the center console.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I need to do next.
See, luckily for me and the Liberty, I don't have issues of like dirt flying. Like, I mean, dust flies around the cab, of course, because it's open. But like nothing flies from the back into the cab, like rocks and chunks of mud, because I still have the back seat that totally blocks that entire area. And there's not a whole lot of space, like where my shocks come up into the cab. The back seat kind of covers it, then the spare tire covers it. I just want to cover it up to try and keep the dust, because I get like a wave of dust coming up the wheel wells and into the cab, but nothing physically flies in. I know in your video you had mentioned like a couple of rocks hit you in the back of the head or something, or they flew up into the dash at least.
Not in the back of the head, but I've had them hit the back of the windshield.
Yeah. And
as a matter of fact, when I did a Devil's Hot Tub last year, the entire inside got soaked in all that crap that was in the bottom of the hot tub.
Geez.
Yeah, that was nasty.
So it was up in the headliner and on the back of the seats and then on the back of the windshield, everything. It's gross.
What made you pick a Suburban?
That's a good question. I always liked the square body Suburbans. My first square body was actually an 87 Suburban that my father-in-law bought me. And a couple of years ago, I just decided that I was going to get something I could go off-roading in. And a buddy of mine had that thing for sale, and we worked something out, and I picked it up.
Pretty cool.
Have you ever, do you ride in the Ranger at all?
Yeah.
So
every time I break.
Is it scary riding after driving something so large? What's worse, driving something so big wheeling or riding in a little one? Like, does yours feel good? Does it feel stable most of the time and all that stuff, or is it sketchy as hell because it's so big?
No, to me, it feels pretty stable. There's times when it'll feel a little sketchy, like with the really off-camber stuff, mainly if I'm trying to turn or something.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, this year with Moab Rim was the most uncomfortable I had ever been on that trail.
Really?
Yeah. There's a couple times that I definitely thought I was going to flip over.
You just get a wrong line, or because you've been up it before, right?
Yeah, I went up it last year, and I think there was 2 spots maybe that kind of bothered me. But this time, I had the spare tire on the back, which I feel I can probably say that had something to do with it because it's more weight up higher, so it gets the body to roll over more.
Yeah.
And then I was running a lower air pressure, so when I would try to turn some of those sharp turns, because the turning radius sucks on that thing still.
Yep.
So when I would try to turn and go up something, then it would just kind of roll over that downhill tire, and I could feel it rolling over it, and then the body start rolling over. And it was just kind of uncomfortable. With the Ranger, since we did the links in the rear, it's never felt uncomfortable to me.
Wow. Nice.
But riding as a passenger, I haven't rode passenger in anything that bothered me, really.
Well, everything bothers
I don't know
Mike.
if that's a compliment or an insult.
I can't stand being passenger. It drives me crazy.
I think, Mike, you don't like being passenger even in like a car on the highway.
Yeah.
Like a nice normal car.
It's a control thing
yeah,
for me.
Exactly. Yeah. So that might be a big part of it.
Right. So.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that because I'm not a big fan of riding passenger. I'm picky about who I ride with, and in normal driving. And then not the only person, but the main person that I've rode with off-road was Kris. And I trust his driving, so I don't really have to worry about anything. It gives me a chance to relax.
Right on.
Nice.
But we went on Hell's Revenge, actually, this time. Do you guys know Wagon Trails on Instagram?
Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to know the
his name
car.
is John. I guess he has a JKU or something, but he was driving his wife's Power Wagon.
Okay.
So I let him do Escalator in the Suburban, and I rode passenger, and that was the only time I've ever felt uncomfortable riding with somebody else in my own vehicle.
Jeez.
That's crazy, dude, to do Escalator, to let someone else drive it through there.
He seemed like he knew what he was doing, so I was like, hey, he asked if he could ride with me. And I was like, well, do you want to drive? He's like, yeah, sure. So he hopped in, and
Very cool.
It kind of happened.
What's the trick? What's the trick to Escalator? You got to stay high right when you go over that hump?
Yeah.
That's the trick? Okay.
Yeah, everybody wants to go kind of straight up it.
Yeah.
But if your right rear drops into that pocket, then you're going straight up.
Yeah.
Is that
straight up in a bad way?
Right would be passenger? So
Yeah.
keep your passenger front end high and don't let your...
You need the rear tire on that passenger wall, but the wall's straight up and down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to, in the V notch, the hoop going in, the little saddle, people want, like you said, want to go over that center, and you want to be all of it on the right-hand side of that
Damn.
V notch if you
Interesting.
Because the hole's immediate, I think. So I never done it.
Yeah, and then as soon as your tire starts to break that crest up top, then you have to turn driver because there's another big hole that you're going to fall into. Not a big hole, but a hole that you'll fall into, and if you upset the weight too much, then you can make bad things happen.
Yep.
Damn, I never been up there. See, I'm a sissy.
Hey, so what do you guys have planned for the future? Any big videos? Any big trips? We don't want to keep you up all night, but kind of in closing, what do you guys have planned? What's coming up?
Hold on, wait. Before you get into any of that, you drift.
Okay.
With that ugly car.
Oh, yeah.
And you just crashed it.
Yeah, it's crushed.
Yes, I did.
So is that
It is a beautiful truck, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
It is a truck now.
It is a truck now, yeah. What?
It is. It even has a bed floor.
How long you been drifting? Is that something new?
No, so when I was stationed in Okinawa for a couple of years, and I got into it back then. So that was like 2009 to 2012.
Yeah.
And then when I came back to the States, I started to get into it, but it was short-lived. And just recently I started getting back into it.
Is that something is that a hard sport to stay in with like the upkeep of like such a good running engine and the tires and I mean we already saw you crash once and it's been less than a year I think since you've rebuilt that car, right? I mean, and that's a pretty big crash. Like you're not just putting a new door on, right? And calling it good. I mean,
no, I talked to some people and we took it over to a shop. We're gonna get it on a frame rack and they're gonna pull it, straighten it out.
Oh, the
frame. The car's kind of sort of folded. It's 1 inch shorter on the right side.
Oh, sheesh. I don't know how you keep up with 2 hobbies like that, bro.
Yeah.
Both of them are expensive as hell.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've seen the car, so you can see I haven't put a whole lot into it.
I wasn't going to say it.
But it's not too hard to stay into. I don't know. It's just like having like 2 rock crawlers, I guess.
Yeah. Do you like speed?
Either of you have 2 rock crawlers, I don't know.
Is that what it is? You like speed and rock crawling's kind of slow?
Well, even in the
I don't
Suburban.
know. I just like it all. I like all motorsports.
Yeah. But even in the Suburban, I mean, he rips around, and a lot of the videos, I mean, show some pretty high speed.
Always doing
around
donuts and trying to jump and shit.
I mean, I can barely do that in the Liberty with my mighty.
I'd be afraid to get the
my
front
mighty 3.7.
Man, my shit's so close to the frame, it bottoms out on every bump. So
your front end.
I gotta fix it. Yeah.
No,
All right.
I just like to have fun, and anything. If I could do it fast, slow, whatever, just car stuff. I like it.
You got kids?
Drifting, I had that. And what's that?
You have kids?
Yes, I got 2.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
I didn't expect that. I expected you to be single for some reason.
No?
Are your kids excellent mechanics? Like, are they the reason you get so much done so fast?
No.
Damn, it was worth a shot.
Yeah. No, my oldest, she actually is taking a liking to all the garage stuff, and here and there she'll come back out, help me work on everything. Started teaching her how to weld a couple years ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she's back and forth, and I don't know. Apparently she's becoming a female right now, so whatever.
Cool.
Good luck with that. Buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Mike's got quite a few. He's got a herd over at his house, but I don't have any kids. So
Oddly, not all of them
I got time.
You got time and money. And,
Yeah.
None of them really got into the garage stuff, unfortunately. But I think the little grandkid, I think he's into it.
Yeah.
Big time. So.
Nice.
But cool, man. You, like Max said, what do you got coming up? What's your plans for next year or the rest of this year?
We haven't made too many plans yet, just because our schedule has been changing constantly since the beginning of July.
Yeah.
So we can't set anything until pretty much everything we're going to be doing is going to be somewhat short notice. We do have a possible project we're going to be working on here soon, which we'll announce probably next month or something, maybe.
Okay.
I always have my personal projects that I'm working on.
Yeah.
And
so you talk about maybe taking on somebody for somebody or something for someone and be able to make videos with it? Is that
no, just some other projects that we're going to be doing on the channel for ourselves.
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
Right on, man.
Well, I definitely look forward to it. I do enjoy your guys' channel a lot, which is Reckless Wrenching Garage.
He had to read that.
Reckless with an R. I know. No matter what, I want to put a W every time I type it out, but I feel like I'm starting to get it. So.
Right.
All right. Reckless Wrench Garage.
Yeah.
There you go. I got you.
Perfect.
He gets pissed off every time I wear your hat, bro, because he wanted a hat and I didn't give it to him. That's kind of a dick move.
No, it's all right. I'll order one when. Do you guys have anything available on the website, like for like hats, shirts, or anything like that? Do you guys have anything?
I think hats are all we have left right now. I just ran out of stickers after Full Size Invasion. But we do have a couple of hats left.
All right, well, I'll have to check it out.
And then we don't have any shirts like in stock. All that stuff's through Teespring, so you'd have to go there and.
Oh, so they just make it per order, and yeah, I got you.
Do you guys stick to a strict schedule of one video a month or a week and Instagram posts daily and all that crap, or you just wing it and do what you want?
We used to. Now we kind of wing it. We were going to try to go back to one video every weekend, but it's still a lot of work to do that.
Yep.
So if we can get 2 videos out a month, then I'm content with that.
Are you the one pushing the videos the most? Is that your gig?
No, pretty equal on him. Kris was actually kicking ass on videos there for a while.
Yeah, lately.
With all his front axle and 3-link and all that.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's diving a lot more into special effects and everything, so he's getting pretty good at all that.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to tear apart the front end and link it, so hopefully I'll have some content too. But I get in the mood where I just want to work, and I don't want to be all greasy and moving cameras and shit, and I end up not with anything. But my Jeep's that's a hard part.
That's actually a lot of the stuff that gets done in the background. Obviously, like that. Like from March to July, I had so much done, and the only stuff I did videos on was the sheet metal tire carrier.
Yeah.
But like I rebuilt the spare transmission for the Suburban. I did all the other interior stuff. Like I added to the cage, did the seats, rebuilt everything on all the links, reinforced a bunch of the brackets on both axles.
Nice.
Yeah, I had both axles out for like 2 weeks or so.
Huh.
Repainted everything.
Yeah, that's a ton of stuff.
Yeah, you're the one that you had those. What is it? A weld-on thing that captures the nut head, right? Isn't that what? Didn't you do that?
Yeah, Kris did that first. I have. We both got the same ones.
Yeah.
But I think Kris actually talked about it in one of his videos.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think.
Yeah, those things
genius.
are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you get those?
Dueling Design.
Oh, okay.
Adam Dueling.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep, you should check it out. I think he sells stuff on 4bystore.com.
If I have major 3-link questions, can I call you?
Yeah. Oh, you'd have to call Kris. He did the 3-link stuff. But you can call either one of us. Well, we will assist you in any way we can.
Right on, man.
But
That's
you
what
guys
I like.
just remember, I put a tube truss on my axle and it snapped off.
Yeah, but I want to learn from your mistakes, bro.
Oh, well, there you go. Welcome to the show.
It's perfect.
Don't do that. So if I ask a question and you have a video, just send me the finger and the link to the video. So, the flip-off finger.
Fair enough.
And be like, bro, you should have saw that already. So, yeah, I'm a fanboy for sure, without a doubt, with you guys. Reckless Wrench Garage. It's literally, you guys are super cool. We hung out in King of the Hammers for a bit. We didn't get to actually party, though. You guys were... No, we partied one night around the Peter Heater. Yeah, right? Yeah, you came over.
Yeah, I think it was the first or second night. Yeah, the first night. You guys were banging on our trailer.
Yeah, we got all drunk and woke him up. Hey, that's how we roll, man. Got to do it.
No, that was good. That was fun. We should definitely hang out again.
You plan on going this next year? Same thing?
Same kind of deal. We're not sure just yet. We'd like to. We're just not sure how we're going to work that with the schedule right now.
Yeah, of course.
So
Is that
I'm
your
trying
guys'
to figure out full-size Invasion for next year also.
Yeah. See, I'm the same way. It's like Easter Jeep Safari. We're trying to do a Colorado run. We didn't do the Rubicon, so we want to do that again. Max and I want to go to New Mexico. Like, there's a ton of shit on the plate. What I need to do is cut my Jeep up and get it knocked out.
Get
fixed.
it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quit messing around.
Yep.
Right. All right, Kris, man, we don't want to take all your time. We know you got to get to bed and get up early and serve your country. So cool. You got anything else?
It was fun hanging out talking to you guys.
Right
I appreciate the call.
You got any shout outs, bro? Want to shout out someone? Or
well, I just like to thank all the little people I had to step on to get here. That's
You're like Conor McGregor. I want to thank nobody.
I don't know. I don't do shout out stuff. I already mentioned Adam doing.
Yeah.
He's a badass. Makes cool stuff. Sorry.
Right on.
Kris, he continues to deal with me all the time, and like a champ. Same with Howard, and yeah, all the peoples.
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes it's just good to not be in everyone's business and you do your own thing, and
just be who you are.
I like it.
I do too.
And obviously, you guys are doing a good job. So
keep it up. I hope it doesn't go anywhere. I like watching the channel occasionally.
All right. Well, we appreciate the support from you guys, and as I've mentioned before, we thoroughly enjoy your guys' podcast. I'm one of the people who strictly watch it on YouTube, so you keep doing this audio stuff, and it's kind of going to upset me. But
when
I forgive you only because you called me.
Nice. I got to go audio when I have to get the Jeep ready. You know what I mean? I don't have time to do the video. Because Max doesn't have a computer either. So I need to get a new one so he can have one. So he can then start editing.
That sounds pretty familiar.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was so interested in your guys' process. So
yeah, we're gonna erase some of that stuff, and
that'd be funny. Mike, I need you to cut those pieces out, please.
Well, Kris, if we can get out there sometime, we'll just be in touch, and we'll see if it works for you guys. It might just be a normal weekend for you guys and a 3-day weekend for us with the commute. But I would definitely like to get out there, and I've been wanting to get out to Farmington especially.
We'd have to keep it on the low because Max is such a celebrity, and he never really wheels. So when he really does go out, if we mention that shit, you're gonna have thousands of people there. So Just saying.
All right.
All right, cool. All right,
No
buddy.
worries. Yeah, just let us know.
All right, man. We'll talk at you later.
All right. You too.
All right, see ya,
Stay
Chris.
reckless.
All right, buddy. Yeah, stay reckless. All right, bye.
Yeah.
Ah,
See what I did there?
We stole it a few times. That's funny. All right, buddy. See ya.
All right. Later.
Man, so that was awesome. That was cool. Those guys are cool as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a really, really good conversation.
Were you serious about going to?
Farmington.
Yeah.
I want to go to Farmington.
You're serious about it?
Yeah.
We
Well,
can't get
there's
you to
tons
go to,
of good wheeling, and I always hear about Farmington wheeling, like the We Rock stuff, and it is high elevation. Like we'd have to do it before the dead of winter because I
Yeah.
think it'll be like below freezing, which might also be cool to do some snow camping.
Yeah, they have some snow in some of their videos and stuff for
Yeah.
sure. And I think like he said that they were around. That's
Yeah.
around his house.
But it could also be come springtime.
Mm.
You know, so I mean, it's not going to be this month, obviously. It's probably not going to be next month.
My problem
but-
with spring though is it usually interferes with Easter Jeep Safari, and they might be there. Maybe,
Oh, well, yeah.
maybe we could even. You know, it'd be dope if they were going.
Yeah.
We went there, wheeled a day there with them, and then went to Easter Jeep Safari in a caravan and then home. That'd be pretty cool.
Damn. I wonder how. That's some mileage.
Yeah,
Just drive a day.
I know. Hey man, that's how you got to do it. You got to do it. But yeah, Chris was cool. We appreciate your time, buddy. And that's it. I don't have anything else for this week.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the channel, Reckless Wrenching Garage. That's all we got. That's all we got this week. Great outro, Max. Great
Yeah.
outro.
On that note, folks, thanks. Take it easy. Oh wait, no. Now we have the other music.
Oh, we got new music?
It's more laid back.
You can see me in the air no, that one?
Yeah, that. I don't remember. Hold on. No, keep going. What was that one?
Tonight.
No.
What was that?
Dude, I was at Ace Hardware today, and they put on, I can tell by the way you walk, something, whatever that is. You know?
Are you strutting through the aisle
Yeah,
all
dude.
fast?
I'm like looking for my plumbing supplies, and I was like,
Yep.
whatever, however it goes.
That's awesome.
I felt retarded.
It's like the Boogie Nights thing.
Yeah, it's like you can tell by the way I walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk.
But you had some strut in your step.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it wasn't even drunk. All right, folks, take it easy. After this,
Sweet.
do it. That's what.
Ring,
Go.
ring.
All right.
Ring, ring.
Let's pause for 54 seconds or 54 minutes. I'm just kidding. All right. You can start it.
Hey, Chris.
No.
What's going on, Chris?
Steve,
Are you there?